Blessings, 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 beloved. I am Mama Pam, aka Pamela Dobson of the SMRF Family International Interactive Ministry, where we read the Word of God, beloved, 7 minutes every day, so you do not have to read. Today's read is for December the 18th, 2023. 7-minute timer set. 7-minute timer set. We are reading from the book of Daniel. The book of Daniel. We're reading the 3rd chapter. Oh, I did it too early. I didn't highlight it, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and we're just going to be reading it one time today. The 3rd chapter and the because my Bible ain't marked up. I'm like, what's wrong with my Bible? Ew. Well, we're just gonna record it. I'm just gonna let the YouTube just go on and do what it's doing, but we're gonna pre-read it first, right? All right, so let's pre-read. Chapter 3, Nebuchadnezzar, the king. Oh, I see the king messing up already. The king made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits and breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dara in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent together the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar, the king, had set up. Then the princes, the governors, the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the province were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar, the king, had set up. And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then a herald cried aloud, "To you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, psalteries, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, that ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar, the king, had set up. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace." That's kind of scary. Therefore, at the time when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, the languages, fell down and worshiped the golden idol image that Nebuchadnezzar, the king, had set up. Wherefore, at that time, certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. And they spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, "O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Now there are certain Jews which thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon." See, always some busybodies matter in other people's matter. Always somebody nosy. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage, and fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if ye be ready, at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psalteries, and the dulcimer, and all kinds of music, that ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. But if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Oh! So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. We use a lot of consideration. If it be so, God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. So if God saves us, we know our God is more than capable, and we believe he's going to deliver us. But if he does not, we still ain't bowing down to your gods. We still gonna trust God. And that's the attitude we have to have today. Regardless what comes our way, regardless what the circumstances look like, we can't bow down and bail out and do something we ain't got no business doing to get that little money, get a little change, or whatever the case may be. Don't do it. Don't do it. Wait on the Lord. Ask him to give you a way to do what you need to do. So then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake, because they had favor up to now. He tried to give him another chance. He said, I'm going to give you another chance. If y'all hear it and y'all bow down, it's all good. It's all good. But to keep faith, he had to do something. But now, to keep faith, he got to do something. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded that those mighty men that were in the army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, so everything, they bound them up. And they were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. And then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and he rose up in haste, and he spake, and he said unto his counselors, Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the fourth is the Son of God, is like the Son of God. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire. And the princes, the governors, and captains, and the king's counselors being gathered together, saw these men upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was a hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of the fire had passed on them. Now we know this was miraculous, because that's impossible. You're going to be in the midst of a fire, stuff burning, people's done burnt up, them other folks done burnt up, and no stench of that fire is going to be on you and your hair, but it said it didn't. So then Nebuchadnezzar spake, and he said, Blessed be the God of Abraham, oh God, blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants that trust in him. And they changed the king's word and yielded their bodies that they might not serve nor worship any God except their own God. Therefore, I, the king, make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort. Ain't none that can deliver like our God. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. Isn't that wonderful? Good news. So we're just going to let that suffice for our 7-minute read today, and I'm going to come back with the commentary. That means I'll get to get off a little bit early today. Well, praise Jesus. Okay, that's not the one. So those of you on YouTube, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being part of the viewers on the YouTube channel. And if you want to leave a donation, if I'm blessing you and you want to be a blessing to me, go to www.7minuteread.com, www.7minuteread.com, and you'll find a safe donation button there, and or you can go to either one of these sites and you can leave a donation there. But if you are not led, it's okay. I got another way that you can be a blessing. There you go. You can go to www.7minutebling.com and shop until you drop. Not just for Christmas, but for any season, birthdays, weddings, baby showers, wherever, for to go to work. Get your $5 bling on. And the pieces are like what I have on today. The jewelry that I wear every day is $5 pieces of jewelry. I know I make it look like $1 million, and so can you. Just go 7minutebling.com and be a blessing to me in that way. So, okay, we're going to shut down YouTube, and we'll be back in 15 minutes to read the commentary of this exciting read.